Hello and welcome to this special Security Journal America's Leaders in Security podcast, a part of our SJA Security Outlook 2025 series. I'm your host, Victoria Hanscomb, editor of Security Journal Americas, and today I'm joined by Kobby Brafi and Alain Marquis, both regional sales managers for Canada at Traka. Thanks so much for joining me today, Kobby and Alain. So to start, could you please introduce yourselves and briefly discuss your roles at Traka Americas?
Thank you, Victoria. Hi, my name is Alain Marquis. I'm the Eastern Canada Regional Manager for Traka. My role is to take care of everything out of Thunder Bay up to the Maritime in the Canadian region. I'm based out of Montreal region. I've been in the industry for the past 35 years and joined the Assabloy team 3 years ago under the DSS division. And then I moved from the Traka to Traka Canada since last April when Traka decided to open the Canada entity.
Well, thank you so much, Alain. And good morning, everyone. My name is Kobby Brafi. I am based out of Calgary, Alberta. And I have been within the industry for the past 18 years. Beyond that, I have responsibility for Western Canada, which is Thunder Bay, West, and the Northern Territories.
Fantastic. Thank you both so much. Lovely to have you on the podcast today. So, Kobby, I'm going to come and pick on you first. Would you be able to provide a brief overview of Traka and its key products, please?
Of course, it will be my pleasure. So as I said, Traka is part of ASA Abloy. ASA Abloy is a group of companies. There are 3 divisions within ASA Abloy. We have DSS, which is Door Security Solution. We have Global Solution, then we have Entrance. Now, how we go to market is that we work closely with our certified partners within different verticals. And in Canada, due to the vast landscape, we work with our certified partners to help facilitate our presence within the nation. And the product that we basically focus on is KMS and EMS. So KMS is Key Management Systems and EMS is Equipment Management Systems. So you're going to hear Alain and myself referring to these acronyms a lot. So our mission to the market is that to help secure keys in different, and we provide different features, and we help customers and our partners help with auditing and securing sensitive keys and assets.
Brilliant. So Traka has recently expanded into the Canadian market. So it'd be great if you could tell me a little bit about the company's goals for this expansion.
Well, the interesting thing is that Traka has technically been in the market, in the Canadian market since 2012. I have customers that have been using our product for a very long time. But the main reasons why we expanded into the Canadian market was due to demands from our customers. There's definitely certain driving factors that has motivated this expansion, and we are starting to see a lot of demands coming from some very key markets. Some of those markets are law enforcement, healthcare, higher education, data centers, manufacturing, and many others.
Fantastic to hear that, you're experiencing quite a lot of growth in the region. So in your opinion, what areas of key management need the most attention from organisations in Canada right now? Of course, you've just mentioned a handful there, but if you could delve a bit deeper into that, that would be fantastic.
Of course. So apart from those that I've mentioned just a sec ago, any facility that have a need to secure a sensitive key or has a valuable asset.
Hey, Kobby, let me jump in and give you an example. So could be like within any vertical market, like this stakeholder wants to have a better sense of the inventory, right? So, and with the Traka solutions, we are able to provide an extensive auditing, reporting, and in a certain case, the ability to notify any user through email when an item is not returned.
That is a great point, Alain. Thank you for bringing that for adding that input.
Yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of use cases where Traka would come in handy. So, Alain, I'm going to come back to you and ask what types of items can Traka lockers accommodate, and are there any specific features that make them particularly suited for various industries?
Oh, yes. So due to the nature of the Traka EMS, so the Equipment Management System, so we can customize our lockers based on the need of that customers. So for example, we are seeing a lot of demand for the following asset, right? So we can go with the gun lockers, company issued laptops, cell phone, radios, mechanical tools, high value assets. This is just some of asset that could be protected. And in addition, we are able to track these assets through our RFID tag. So we know they have been returned, or we can even track and have a real-time inventory of what is in that cabinet and what is not. And those assets could be returned and be accessible at any time through your access card readers.
Fantastic. So the Traka lockers, they come with design and modularity options. So how did these features enhance their usability? And could you explain a little bit more about that?
Sure, actually, great question. And then to answer this question, your listeners needs to know that Traka can offer 5 type of lockers options depending on their needs. So we do have a type of personal deposit locker for your personal things, right? We do have a laptop locker. We do have a modular locker. This is probably the most design build that we see within the Canadian market. We have another options, which is a tablet locker. And actually, we see the tend to see more in this within the law enforcement is the body worn camera, where now actually law enforcement will buy 100 of those body worn cameras. And what are you doing with those cameras? You stick those cameras out in a tablet somewhere, a shelf. What are you going to do? How are you going to recharge those body worn cameras? So Traka enable user with the options of charging using the RFID to notify if where's is the asset. And even we can do the data synchronizations and have, for the example of the body worn cameras, extract all the evidence to a third party systems if needed.
Yeah, I was just going to add that when we look at what is happening within the U.S. market, we are starting to see a similar movement within the Canadian market, whereby law enforcement are requiring the need to have body-worn cameras. So with that at play, we see a huge demand coming from law enforcement asking us, hey, do you have a solution that helps us secure and store a lot of these devices when officers are done using them? So this is why we're also starting to see a huge demand for body-worn cameras within the Canadian market.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So in comparison to traditional locker systems, what are some of the intelligent features of Traka lockers that really differentiate them in the market?
So Traka offer many features which are both available on our key management or equipment management solution. So as an example, one of our most popular features is our advanced FIFO. FIFO means first in, first out, which allow a user to rotate their asset equipment within the locker and expand the lifespan of the asset. Let's use a case of a 10 new radios, for example, and try to balance the usage of these units. This is how we can take advantage of the FIFO feature. This is just one of the features that we can provide either on your key cabinet system or actually our lockers.
Absolutely. So Kobby, how does Traka integrate with existing security systems, and what are some of the key benefits or advantages that might bring to an organization?
Well, thank you so much, Victoria. And this is one of the ways we have differentiated ourselves compared to our competitors. What Traka offers is our enterprise software solution, which allows us to work with our Traka's engine to share APIs and SDKs with many ecosystems, such as the access control perspective. So in essence, we are providing bi-directional communication between Traka engine and the said access control platform. And by doing this, it allows users to receive alerts, alarms, and be able to sync data between both systems. So technically, you have one throat to choke. So when it comes to programming, adding users, removing users, pulling reports, all that can be done either through the Traka web platform or through the access control platform. Now, we do have a list of partners that we integrate with. That information can be found on our website, which is www.traka.com. And under solutions/integration partners, you'll be able to get a better sense of partners that we work closely with and how we are able to provide additional benefits to our end users.
Fantastic, thank you. So thinking ahead now to 2025 and beyond, Alain, what is Traka's long-term vision for its presence in the Canadian market? What is the overall goal there?
Actually, expanding Traka footprint within Canada and working closely with our partner is one of our biggest goal, and exploring deeper integrations within the security market. Let me pull some example here. So it could be video surveillance, electronic access control, time and attendees, license plate recognitions, fire and security. So 2025 and beyond will be to be closer to those third-party systems and share the data in between the Traka and the third-party OEMs, and basically offer to our customer a better security, a better sense of sharing data between two platforms, and basically make it more user friendly for the end user.
Perfect. And let me add something more to this point here is that if you look at how the Traka solution is implemented today, Traka can be a standalone or be part of your network. So by having this deeper integration with all these third parties that Alain just mentioned, we are bridging the gap between just being a standalone to be a network, being part of an ecosystem. So in 2025, we are hoping that we actually plan to expand our growth within the market, but at the same time to build deeper integration with our partners.
Yeah, of course. So I'd finally like to ask you, just thinking a little bit more broadly now, what's one message that you would want to convey to Canadian businesses regarding the importance of secure key management solutions? If there was one thing that you'd like them to know, what would that be? Kobby, I'm going to come to you first on that one.
You know what? Before Kobby answer, I'm going to ask a question to your listeners. And that question is, what is the value of a loss of a master keys in a building or even somewhere else?
Well, how about this? Let me answer that portion for you. So most of us tend to underestimate the value of a key, or maybe the potential having to rekey an entire facility should a master key or grandmaster key get lost. And on my day-to-day activities and working closely with end users, I can tell you that the value and the range of potential to rekey a building could cost you multiple thousands or few thousands of dollars. But with Traka, we provide customers with proactive way to secure their keys and accounts for who had it last and when it was returned. So there's an old saying by Stephen Covey that accountability breeds responsibility. So if an individual is made accountable for an asset, they will treat it as if it was their own. And we have seen, or we tend to see a huge ROI after partners invest with Traka, key management systems and asset management. And in certain cases, you go from losing 3 to 4 keys a week to basically none. So the turnaround when it comes to implementing Traka is really, really great.
Fantastic. Thank you both so much for joining me on this podcast today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Victoria. It was a pleasure.
Well, thank you for hosting Traka Canada. It has been a pleasure speaking with you, Victoria, and the team at SJA. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you. And thank you for tuning into this SJA Security Outlook 2025 episode of our Security Journal America's Leaders in Security podcast series. Keep an eye out for our next installment coming soon.